reading into tank picks here.
Correct.
Timeouts are over. And I think we've got the first picks coming in. Jack is AFK on attack, reading up an IS-7 and a Kronwagen first. Not too big of a surprise there. Pretty consistent tanks to be bringing on attack. Nothing crazy. Probably two very good tanks to ready up first on attack. Then defense bringing Kron IS-7, 277 bat. Jack's AFK, STB, double CS. So showing that they like their light, not lights, but, you know, lighter, more mobile lineups. And,
Ooh.
Bad Chef 100 and an
Udes.
If there is a map, to be fair, if there's a map, this or Muravanka would be the map that I would expect to see an Udes on. This one more so than Muro.
But why bring it over?
I didn't
STB?
say it's a good choice.
Oh,
I just said if there was a map that I would see an Udes on, it would be this because of the massive gun.
I feel like it'd be picked. It would be picked more if it had like actual shell velocity. It has terrible shell velocity,
and it's awkward to play sometimes if you haven't been sitting there playing the Udes a lot. Like it's an awkward tank to just kind of go. You know, most players in this league, if you were like, hey, can you go play 113? They'd be like, yeah, sure. Can I play an i7? Yeah, sure. Udes, it's like, I haven't played it in a while. You know, you feel like you need to play it a couple times to get kind of comfortable with it again.
Right.
And it's got some strengths, but it's got some glaring weaknesses, and its turret, while small, can be penned or not penned, depending on what happens. Yeah, it's the best penning, not penning, and Chase doing a little loopy-loop.
Yeah. The 277 definitely can pen him. I think like 300.
Oh, everything can pen it.
Yeah, the cupola.
I think just the cheeks with gold. It's just such a like troll turret. It feels like it feels like it's a T-57 turret to me. Where it's not at all. The armor layout isn't like it at all. It's just like where it's like, you know, you're supposed to pen it, but you don't always.
Fishy taking some bleed here.
And Wallhack's taking one shot as well, but yeah, Fishy getting the Jack AFK getting the better exchange there. And you can see about a 900 HP advantage, all things said and done. And Chase going out here a little bit delayed. He should be right on the cusp of distance where maybe Jack does not spot him. And it looks like, yeah, he wasn't sure if Jack spotted him, I think, when he did that little dive down there. And yeah, Paddington in that powerful position in the anchor down there. Vova's here with Flounder, and no one really, and you can see that Udes is actually playing all the way up on the mountaintop where we've seen Kronwagens play, where we've seen Super Conquerors play. So maybe kind of a choice with this particular strategy.
Oh,
they feel like it can use some positions there, and he's fast enough to kind of rejoin the fight better than maybe a Kronwagen or a Super Conqueror can. That's the only thing I can really think of.
They're going to push this? Chase is such an aggressive caller sometimes.
In the tiebreaker, no less, and it's such a pushing in the south. It takes a long time, and Jack just spotted them for sure. Right. So now you're gonna see Jack as AFK's response to it.
He might try to get out. He might take some bleed here if the other guys are in position for this. I don't know if they are or not.
So they're forcing Jack's AFK is not going to condense on him. It looks like they're going to rotate north because the i7's already crossed the cap, played by Coma.
Oh wow, Flounder getting really aggressive. They went up and over.
Is this Udes able to do some cheeky things? And there, a nice pen from Wallhax's Kronwagen, getting a good roll as well. But Over needing to find... Oh, is he taking another hit there? He is. And he's getting lit up. Coma now connecting with them. Right now, it's you really needed to be sure you wanted that tank in that spot, because right now you're at 550 health.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's not good.
I think that he needed somebody to be supporting him so that they didn't get that many angles, and they just like let them take all the angles, and now he's just like in a really awkward tank in a really bad spot now.
And I don't know, like after the HE changes, I mean, well, not that Wallhack didn't do much in his Crom, but I mean, even just lobbing HE shells at pixels of it, that thing takes a lot of HE damage in general. Oof. Anthony taking a hit there from Paddington, kind of maybe going, oh, turns out they're here. Okay, so he pretty much can't disengage from that anymore. They're
stuck. Just going to push him. I think, I don't know how they decide to push this. They're either just going to push straight through at the Kronwagen or maybe up and over.
I think just this really good map control and Wallhack's getting bled down here too, and you can see actually struggling with gun elevation as he tries to find the shot onto Bix. He can't get it. He's taking another hit. Oh no!
He literally
down the playground in order to aim
look up.
And get the chance. He goes for the snap. He misses.
He might
goes for another. He misses, but over Bix also bounces, and he's trying to get it. And Coma gets the kill. But Wallhack's taking a lot of punishment there. FHS up in HP. Fishy not. Or is he going to commit for it? It looks like he does want to. Oh, no, he went for Floppy. They're actually not going to pick Wallhack. That would have been the one opportunity to do it. But maybe.
And now the attacking team is on defense and the defensive team is on attack.
Yeah, and I think the Batch's clipping, you can see Floppy's driving down on the 0 line. Floppy's been just a consistently good performer this entire season. And now Fishy picks it up. He does take one shot of punishment in return. And now Floppy's in that little divot over there.
A divot right there, yeah. But
Fishy
I think
taking more.
Oh my god,
damage.
Fishy
takes. Gotta get over. Captain Jack getting the kill from B3, and Flounder has to drive away from here. But it's whether he should go for Floppy.
Patty is going to be the next pick for them. It looks like.
Looks like Chase is going over to deal with the CS with the Bat Chat. Bova, I guess, was clipping and couldn't deal with it, but they're maybe over committing guns here. Flounder's just trying to get in a position where he doesn't get punished from Floppy as much as possible, and Floppy's just trying to live
feel like Vova should be.
Needs to find him.
No, well, I feel like
Chase is taking damage.
Right. I almost feel like Chase should have just. This interesting that they chose this because I almost feel like Vova would have been better flexing middle to help Patty, and then have just Chase and the IS-7 just pick this because their IS-7 can't really get Overwatch right once they get into the bowl. But it looks like they're still going to get both of the picks.
Got another isolation.
Patty is actually getting out.
I don't know.
Look at that. He actually got out.
On a bad thing, but I don't know if it was. Oh yeah, he did. He's I don't know how, but he is. He's there.
That's insane.
Oh, he's almost. Yep, now he's out.
No, he's out.
I don't know if Vova's clip was at an awkward time. That's the only thing I can think of is something awkward happened there because that whole timing window there to pick that CS was a little bit earlier. But we'll have to see, and also, players aren't going to play perfectly, and callers aren't going to play perfectly when a lot of things are juggling and going on at the same time. And now, 4,000 HP to 4,400 in a 4-3 situation, and it's a Batchat, a CS, and an STB. It's good to have health on these tanks, but Vova's got to get himself into a safe spot. Paddington has to. They just have to kind of condense. Make sure no one's pickable, and right now they're doing a good job of it because Flounder's in a very strong position where he can kind of anchor up there and nothing can happen to him, and like no cap pressure can happen. There's not enough time. And Chase, being a T100 at the end game, he just gets to kind of outspot people and know where they're coming from. They don't have to panic about this cap.
Having that info is really
getting
good.
in position to kill everybody. As long as he can't kill everybody, they're fine.
Really interesting that they put Flounder up there when they saw what happened to the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that was a... Oh, and is he getting shots at Flounder now? Captain Jack is, and Flounder doesn't look like he's comfortable up there, and I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Okay, yeah, just Flounder, all you have to do is just be alive. Just don't be shot by things. And Chase... Flounder gets another shot into... Or not Flounder, sorry. It was, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah? Blah, blah, blah?
Yeah! It's a long night. It's a tiebreak.
Yeah. It was
getting shot by Anthony. And 1,200 to 1,000. And is that a fire going? Oh, no. Anthony not able to connect, but he has the time if he just goes straight in, but he gets shot by Chase. Chase playing the right position.
Chase really playing that really clutch.
Anthony not able to do much there. He's just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Nothing against him.
If Flounder would have went down, it would have been like one of those scenarios where they maybe just try to hide.
Yeah, and I guess that's what they were thinking, because if Flounder's taking those shots, then all they have to do is cover for Chase to get out.
And so it looks like FHS was like, you know what happened? This was actually kind of really interesting. Jack is AFK, lost in a tiebreaker on defense on Sand River. So FHS was like, hey, we're going to pick defense, but then we're going to make it an attack. And then they won.
Maybe they were thinking the BM where they were like, hey, are you guys like cursing yourselves for like not picking Sand River attack? Like you guys had a better attack working and stuff beforehand. And, we'll give you attack this time and we'll show you that it wouldn't have mattered.
Correct.
Or they just like Sam River defense and we're just kind of making BS up. But anyway, looking at the post-game stats, Vova getting out 3k damage, 2 kills, solid play from him in the back. Floundering up top on those rocks, still knocking out 3k damage and putting up good plays, honestly. Chase, we saw him running around giving the scouting intel, 3 kill shots as well. And Paddington, slippery, I don't know. I have to probably go download his replay or something. How did he get out of that perch on the line and get all the way away?
He just ran. I
was just running.
He was on the top perch, and so I'm guessing he just got a really good amount of speed when he went down, so that they just couldn't, because they have to go down in the dip and then up in the dip, right? Because they didn't go straight down middle. If they went straight down middle, they would have caught him. But they went straight down middle. People like Fishy and Flounder and stuff would have shot them, right? So they had to go all the way around.
How did Ober got a 1800 damage despite being shot a lot very early on?
I think he got a lot of bleed.
I'm not sure if it was the flub with Wally's gun.
I think he got bleed before they came. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he got at least one shot into Wally before, when he was crossing, which is kind of to be expected.
Yeah, 2 to 3, but Wally's elevation troubles really kind of sucked for them, because the Ober should have been a easier pick than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if Wally would have had more HP, it would have been a way. I think they would have won, to be honest with you.
They absolutely could have. Yeah, that was a. And as long as
I'm not saying
that
it's just
anything,
right. It's just that's the only big thing that I saw that probably could have been, you know what I mean? It just that the cron just is never been.
And the only thing is
elevation.
Wally said they haven't been practicing and stuff, and it can just be we need to practice more, and these are things I need to see in a scrim, so that I make the mistakes in there and not in a live match where it matters. And as long as it's just you're taking people constructive, we learn something from this so that it doesn't happen again, then they're in good shape. As long as it's
and Jack as AFK is still taking people to tiebreakers, and they're still taking 1 point off of these teams,
and they're still in a good position overall,
correct,
for sure. It's better to get these kinks out, this rust off, much better to make these mistakes now than it is to make them in the playoffs or in the finals.
Captain Jack being looks like the overall fantasy pick for today.
So close to picking him.
Really?
I felt a feeling
because he's not AFK.
Because he played in the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, I was like, maybe it's time.
I picked Flounder. Easy.
Ooh, nice. I think my picks for today.
My picks for today were in the last minute, so they were just rushed. They were the last minute. I picked Ox, Potato, Nova, Wally, Vova. Oh, I didn't pick Flounder. Oh no, Flounder's in my reserve, and I don't think Ox didn't play, so he's gonna be in my thingy.
Yeah, I think my team's gonna be bad today, but I can't win them all. I can't win them every time.
Well, I'd be forgetting, so.
Oh, whoops, I put the wrong score up. My bad.
Yeah, no, they won. Who did you put up?
I just put it on the wrong side.
Oh, yeah. I did that. People got mad.
It happens. Relax, everyone. But yeah.
No, they won't. They'll never relax. They're gonna
gonna clip this, and I'm gonna at everyone in this Discord and be like, Germs has bias against this team because
why
I opened the wrong notepad for my score sheet. I'm sorry.
Why are they discarding like this? You're like, they're gonna hop on. They're hopping on Discord.
Smiley.
It
was a fun week.
It was entertaining. What did I say? Didn't I say tiebreaker? After the first battle?
You may have said that actually.
After
I can't remember if someone can clip it and I said, but I think you may have actually said that.
Because I said this is the washed up show match, so this is gonna end up being a tiebreaker. After we watched the first, I think it was first Murrow games.
I think I was predicting 4-2, or was that the first match? I can't even remember.
No, I think
I did not predict this would be a tiebreaker though.
I think you predicted 4-2 in AFK, right? and then I went with
I think so.
FHS.
That sounds right. I think yeah, 4-2 AFK. Yeah, that's what I predict.
It was a
That was
pretty good
round.
showing.
And they have some things that they can kind of look at, going forward. Both teams
Mm-hmm.
can check out Ghost Town for their mistakes and stuff, and we're gonna get the TLDR on especially that Ghost Town defense from FHS.
So what's the
Call
overall
me. I
leaderboards?
want to know what happened.
I
What?
know they haven't. Well, I was just wondering if what the overall leaderboards are for
Oh,
on
if
the
they've
clean
been
fee.
updated.
Oh, they probably hasn't been
I
updated. He probably hasn't updated it yet for tonight. But
No, they haven't been updated. The standings configuration is showing teams out of order, which is why I showed it on the stream. And then when I was looking
removed
at it
it.
and I tried
Right.
to fix it, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to.
Oh, okay. It happens.